In the midst of the Great Depression, an ambitious dream took shape across the turbulent waters of the Golden Gate Strait. Connecting San Francisco to Marin County was a feat many deemed impossible. The channel presented immense challenges: deep water, strong currents, persistent fog, high winds, and the ever-present threat of earthquakes. Yet the need for expansion and economic stimulus spurred the project forward. Chief Engineer Joseph Strauss, initially known for smaller bridges, headed the project. He assembled a team capable of tackling the unprecedented scale and complexity of the task. Construction officially commenced in January 1933. Funding itself was a hurdle, overcome through a voter-approved bond measure, a testament to public faith during desperate economic times. Work began on the foundations for the colossal towers. Divers descended into the churning waters to blast rock and prepare the seabed, particularly challenging for the South Tower's base located far offshore. During this period, concrete was poured continuously to create the massive anchorages embedded deep into the rock on both shores. These structures would bear the immense pull of the main cables. As events unfolded, steel began to rise. Prefabricated sections, forged in eastern mills and shipped through the Panama Canal, were meticulously hoisted into place, forming the two iconic towers. Workers climbed higher and higher, battling vertigo and the relentless winds that swept through the strait. The sheer scale of the structure was unlike anything built before. Subsequently, the complex process of cable spinning began. Catwalks were strung between the towers, allowing workers to guide the individual steel wires back and forth across the span. Over 27,000 individual wires were bundled together to form each of the two main cables, a process requiring precision and endurance over many months. Throughout the era, worker safety was a major concern. Strauss implemented stringent measures, including mandatory hard hats, a novelty at the time, and a vast safety net suspended below the construction site. This net saved the lives of 19 men, who became known as the Halfway to Hell Club. It represented a significant advancement in construction safety protocols. Tragically, in February 1937, a section of scaffolding fell, broke through the net, and 10 men lost their lives. It was the project's darkest day. Despite the setback, work pressed on. Steel sections for the roadway deck were lifted from barges and bolted into place, suspended from the main cables by vertical suspender ropes. By April 1937, the final rivet, a ceremonial one made of gold, was driven into place, marking the completion of the main structure. The bridge now spanned the strait. On May 27, 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge opened to pedestrians, and the following day to vehicle traffic. A decades-long dream, realized through ingenuity and immense human effort, was finally complete. The structure immediately altered transportation patterns and became a powerful symbol of American ambition and resilience during a challenging decade. The opening celebrations drew immense crowds, reflecting widespread public fascination with the monumental structure. Thousands walked the span before it was opened to motor vehicles. In the year 1937, the first automobiles officially crossed, marking a new era of connectivity for the San Francisco Bay Area. Tolls were collected to begin repaying the construction bonds. The structure stood as a testament to engineering prowess, having conquered the formidable natural obstacles of the strait. Its sheer height and length were sources of national pride. During this period, reflections often turned to the human element of construction. The dedication of the workforce was frequently lauded. Accounts circulated about the daily risks faced by the bridgemen, working at dizzying heights above the cold, swirling water. Their bravery became part of the bridge's lore. The memory of the 11 men who perished during the 4 years of construction also remained potent. Their sacrifice underscored the dangers inherent in such an ambitious undertaking. Subsequently, the bridge began to fulfill its intended purpose, dramatically reducing travel times between San Francisco and the counties to the north. Ferry traffic saw a steep decline. As events unfolded, the span quickly became integrated into the region's identity. It was more than infrastructure, it was a symbol of overcoming adversity. Throughout the late 1930s, despite the ongoing economic hardship nationwide, the completed bridge represented progress and the potential for future growth. It offered a sense of achievement in difficult times. Consulting architect Irving Morrow played a crucial role in the project's aesthetic details. His influence extended beyond mere structural considerations. Morrow was instrumental in selecting the bridge's distinctive color, officially called International Orange. This choice was made for practical reasons as well as aesthetic ones. The specific hue enhances the structure's visibility for passing ships, particularly in the dense fog frequently shrouding the strait. It also complements the natural setting. During this period, the complex mathematical calculations underpinning the design were largely the work of engineer Charles Alton Ellis. His contribution, however, went uncredited by chief engineer Strauss for many years. Ellis performed thousands of intricate calculations necessary to ensure the structure could withstand the immense stresses of weight, wind, and potential seismic activity. Subsequently, engineers implemented innovative design features to manage the forces acting upon the bridge. Expansion joints were incorporated into the roadway deck. These joints allow the structure to safely contract and expand with temperature changes and to absorb some of the energy from high winds or earthquakes. The entire design carefully considered the region's known seismic risks, incorporating flexibility and strength far exceeding standard requirements of the era. In the years immediately following its completion, the Golden Gate Bridge stood not just as a transportation link, but as a globally recognized feat of engineering and design. It represented the culmination of years of planning, complex problem-solving, and the determined labor of thousands against formidable natural challenges. Almost immediately after opening, the task of maintaining the enormous structure began. Protecting the steel from the corrosive salt air was a primary concern. A dedicated team of painters commenced the perpetual job of applying the International Orange coating. It was understood that painting would be a continuous process for the life of the bridge. During this period, the bridge rapidly transformed from a construction project into a major landmark. People traveled great distances simply to experience crossing it. Its completion was often cited as a sign of hope and capability, contrasting sharply with the economic despair that still lingered throughout the nation. Subsequently, the Golden Gate Bridge District, the entity formed to manage the bridge, focused on operations, toll collection, and ensuring the structure's long-term integrity. Traffic volumes began to climb steadily, confirming the predictions about the need for such a connection and validating the massive investment. As events unfolded in the late 1930s, the bridge stood complete, a powerful statement of human achievement just before the world plunged into another global conflict. It had overcome financial hurdles, immense engineering challenges, and the raw power of nature at the entrance to San Francisco Bay.